Welcome to this Sahara 4 exercise. In this exercise, we will discuss the different display options associated with maps. Um, First, we will open our Sahara project here, and as we discussed previously, we are going to have a map main branch that will have all the general options associated with maps, and then we will have different sub branches associated with each variable. We can have base maps and secondary maps plotted at the same time. Um, if the base map can be has more configuration options, we can plot it as an isoline, as a grid line, for example. And the secondary maps are always going to be isolines. Um, First, we will check this here in the base map. We can select which of the options selected is the base map. So now I'm going to plot them all in grid option here in the variable selection. This one as grid as well. So now what I can do is select. Let's unselect this one. I will select the top map as the base map, and I will add the net thickness of the layer as a secondary map in the isoline format. For that, I will click on being having clicked it previously on the top and shown it with this checkbox. By holding Ctrl, I will add now the net thickness, which now can be seen as an isoline on top of the other one. I will now plot the gross thickness, has another color, it's more clear, and now we have our base map, which is the top map, and now the secondary map, that is the isoline one, in this case the gross thickness in this example. Here we have more options. For example, well, here we can modify the grid that's being used in the general grid of Sahara. We can add background images, for example, a satellite image in the map window with this option. Here in the variable side, for example, here in the top map, that is our base map, we have options associated with the base map, and here options associated with isolines. For the base map, we can add references. These references will show us the values corresponding to the map, to the base map. I'm going to unselect the gross thickness here just to have a more clear picture of the map. We can select for the base map if we want to use isolines, where we have different options associated to them. To modify, for example, the bold frequency, or which labels, if we use labels, the frequency of them, how many labels we want, and so on and so on, different isoline options. We can, for example, use this to fill the isolines, and then add borders, and we can use borders that are bolded, and how many isolines we need to have in the middle for one of them to be bolded, and then add labels as well. And here we can see that we have a coincidence. Here the amount of labels is coincidental to the amount of bolded lines, because we are using the same frequency. If each seventh line is going to be bolded, and is going to be added a label showing the depth. So we will unselect this. Now let's select the other map, gross thickness. Here in the isoline format, we will fill them. Use borders here. We want to have some, for example, like this, and the labels as well, just to have some information displayed here. And here we have the operation that this will define how the calculation is going to be made when we select more than one layer. So now it's summing, so if I add more layers, it's going to sum. Here we can use references. So it's going to sum. As you can see, this is going to keep increasing. 60 is now the limit. Now it's more, 80. So this is going to sum all the layers together. We can use another operation here, for example, average, and this is going to show us the average gross thickness of the layer selected in the map. And maybe we can use the minimum, so this is going to look for the minimum in each layer, and the maximum, which will show us the maximum value on each layer. The reason this is empty in plenty of cases is because if you have any zero value in any of these layers for any of these coordinates, it's going to take that zero value. So you can do the different operations here. Sum, for example, average. You can see then how the scales adapts to the value that we are seeing on the screen on the map window. You can also modify with the same thing that we did with the bubbles. You can modify here the different palettes that you want to use, different color scales. For now, I'm using automatic because this allows us to select just two colors and graph the fill the palette with all the values that we need. It's going to automatically adjust to the minimum and maximum value available in the map that is being plotted. But here we can use other colors. Let's say that we want green and like this. So we have different options. I will select just one. We have different options here to plot this map, these isolines or this grid. So now, yes, that will be everything for this tutorial. With this option, we have plenty of different configurations that can be applied to the different maps, to the different at the branch level of the general map options, at the variable level. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.